Hello everyone, this is Asim and welcome to my channel Syntax Error. This video is very special as this is the very first video on C programming language tutorial, and I will try my best to provide all the knowledge I have in a very simple and easiest way. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. So as I said, I'm going to keep this intro video short and simple. This video is not only for beginners, it's for everyone. From the people who just want to start learning programming languages to the people who are already learned programming languages but were not able to move forward with it. This video is going to help both of you. So let me just open a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so you don't have to just look on my blank screen. I won't be wasting much time on theory as I know you people are here for some action work. I mean practical work. You all can do some research on theory part, or if you all want I can do in-depth introduction video on C programming language. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so one question will surely be in your mind saying, why C? Is it still worth in 2019 or in upcoming years? I will say confidently that yes, it is worth it and every programmer should know this language. C is the only language that exists for the longest period of time in computer programming history. It is one of the most widely used programming language of all time, and C compilers are available for the majority of available computers, architectures, and operating systems. C is the most commonly used programming language for writing operating systems. Okay, you won't believe, but the very first operating system was written in C and it was Unix. And then in later operating systems like Linux, Mac OS or Windows, all are written in C. That's the reason the popularity of C programming language will never go down. C is also called mother of languages because it has formed the basis for many languages, including C++, Java, JavaScript, PHP, Python, Perl, and there are many more. That's the reason most of the programming institutes always start with C programming language. And I will myself suggest you all to start with C programming language only for every beginners. Okay? We can also say that if you know C programming language, you know most of the languages. Okay, most of the programming languages. Or it is easy for you to learn as well as understand other languages because all are more or less the same. Okay, so that's all for the introduction for now. Let's get into some action. Okay, so to start programming in C, we will require two things. One is the editor and the other one is the compiler. Okay, so let me just close this PPT. Okay, so back to editor. For editor, you can use any editor. Can be your notepad, your wordpad, or any text editor you like. But the best practice is to start coding or development in an IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment. With the name, we come to know that this editor is specially designed for coding. It creates an easy and user-friendly environment for coding and provide all the necessary things we will or might require. Once you got an editor, you need a compiler. For compiler, the only thing you have to understand is that computer does not understand our own language. Okay, what we speak, write like ABCD or 1 2 3. It only understands 1 and zeros. So the compiler works as a translator between you and your computer and translate all your code to the language which your computer understands. Okay, for now you have to understand this much only for the compilers. Okay, so in this video I'm using Atom text editor or Atom code editor and MinGW compiler. I have already made a video on how you all can set up Atom text editor for C or C++ development. Please watch that video and set up the environment by yourself. Okay, the link will be in the description or you all can find it on the top right corner of the video. So once you all have set up the Atom text editor or Atom code editor for C or C++ development, we can move forward and look how a C program looks like. Okay, so let me open atom text editor. uh, the additional windows, it always pop-ups, you can just change it in the settings if you want. Okay, just close this. Okay, so this is a small, a very easy hello world program. Okay, so here we are going to see how is a C program looks like. Okay, you can write the code same. You can go to file, okay, a new file, or open a folder. Okay, depends on you how you want to do it. Okay, so this is how a C program looks like. Okay, so very first we have a library file, or we can say a header file. Okay, it is the very important file. It contains function declaration and macro definition for C inbuilt library function. Okay, it is very important. If the header file is not there, your compiler won't know what to add. Okay, and you might get an error. Okay, then we have main function. Main function is the entry point of any C program. It is the point at which execution of program is started when a C program is executed. Okay, so in simple words, whenever you try to run or compile your program, the program will start always from main program. Okay, main function. You getting my point? Okay. Okay, so if you all want to do a little bit of research theory part regarding the this hash include stdio.h, so you can do it. Okay, there are n number of header files, like there is string.h, or there is stdlib. So you just have to go look according to what things you want to do, and you have to add it accordingly. Okay, so stdio.h means standard input and output, so it controls your input and output things. Okay, so as we have written after main, we have a curly braces, and inside curly braces we have written a small code of printing and hello world. So this is how you write an output statement. Okay, then we have a written value. It's returning 0 because our main is expecting a written value, because we have written int main. That's why it's expecting a written value, and that's the reason we have, in the end of the code, we have written return 0. You're getting my point? Okay, if you don't write it or return any value, you might get a warning. Okay, you might not get an error, but you might get a warning. You might also can get an error, but for the most of the things you might get a warning. Okay, so we can write this thing as an void main also. You don't have a problem, which won't require any return value. Okay, we can just write void main and we don't have to return any value. Okay, we can just remove that return 0, and the code will work fine without any warnings or error. So as you all can see, I have run the program. Okay, compile and run with int main and return value, and the execution is done without any errors. So let me show you an example of void main as well. Okay, so compile and run. Okay, without any errors, our program is executed successfully. So I have shown you all both the ways. Okay, but from my side I will suggest you all to keep it as int main, because after C we are going to learn like C++, right? So for C++ you want to maintain the coding standards, and in C++ there is no void main. Okay, mostly it's written int main only, or any other integer value, but there is no void main. Okay, so that's it guys for the introduction part of C programming language, and I hope you all have got a basic knowledge of what is a C programming language and how a C program looks like. This is the very first video and there are many more to come. Okay, and I will try my best to give you all the knowledge I have in the easiest and best way possible. I hope you all did like my video. If yes, please do give it a like, share with your friends, and if you have any questions, please comment down below and I will try to answer them. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Happy programming.